Okay. John, I'm embarrassed to ask you this. Is there an Arby's or McDonald's close to the set? If not, will there be a runner available to drive as far as needed to go there?
Can you imagine now he's had to go out and look for Arby's? And
have you scouted the local Arby's and McDonald's?
All right, so here's the thing. We don't know exactly where the set is yet. Sometimes we have a studio facility, so sometimes we shoot in a soundstage, but sometimes we shoot on location. We don't know where the particular location is going to be, although I will say this is New Mexico, not Somalia. Chances are there will be a McDonald's or an Arby's somewhere.
But you're not willing to commit to knowing it. Eric.
Is there also food on the set?
Of course there is.
There's food everywhere. But again, I'm certain there's a McDonald's. There's McDonald's everywhere. And we have PAs.
All right, let me handle this. Eric, I think you ought to take this out of there.
What's up, Internet God? What's up, Dave? Salute to you, man. What's up, Red Tsunami? Salute to you. Cliff, man, positivity is definitely coming your way, man. Positivity is coming all of your way, man. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. It is a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. It is November the 18th. We are about, when is Thanksgiving? When is Thanksgiving? Hold on, let me look up Thanksgiving. When is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is on November 27th. November 27th. Okay. November 27th. That's what a week. Okay, a week from now. Okay. What are you guys going to be doing for Thanksgiving? If you even celebrate it. I celebrate it. I acknowledge, again, I said this the other day, but never forget, we are imperialist. Us in the West, we conquer, and when you're eating your collard greens, when you're eating your macaroni and cheese, when you're eating that turkey, just be thankful that our ancestors K-worded the indigenous people. Be thankful of that shit, man. I'm telling you, we wouldn't be here if our ancestors didn't conquer those people. Let's be honest about it. So when you're eating that turkey, when you're eating them yams, Cliff, I don't know if you guys celebrate Thanksgiving over in Europe because you guys don't have the same history as us over in America. But over here, let's be honest about it. I want to give thanks to the fact that we K-worded those savages. They were savages. They were scalping each other. They did nothing with the land here. They didn't build anything. They had no industry. And the early settlers came over here with hope, with vision, with a dream. And those savages, they couldn't really adjust to it. And so eventually they had to K-word them. So that's why we celebrate Thanksgiving, guys. Get the likes and share the video, guys. FBA Lion is in the building. Says, our ancestors, dude, you are Nigerian. People I never
don't know what it is. Talk to me. Check it out.
Sir, I am an American, sir. I am a full-blooded American, and I'm a proud American. How dare you say I'm a Nigerian, sir? I'm an American. That's all I really, really care about. And I'm not going to sit up here and let some young kid like you, and I rock with you, Super Chat, interrupt my monologue, sir. Our ancestors, your ancestors, sir, we are responsible for tilling the land, for building industry, building a great coast-to-coast civilization, sir. And be proud of that when you're eating your yams, eating your turkey, eating your black-eyed peas, whatever you Negroes eat or white people eat for Thanksgiving. And just remember, man, you are eating that food in honor of the fact that we pretty much, got rid of the indigenous people. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. Guys, get the likes up. Get the likes up, guys. Share the video, man. Positivity is coming. What's up, Sheena? Salute to you, sweetheart. Lentils and Saints Day, even the St. Patty's Day festival. Okay, we celebrate St. Patty's Day over in America. Thank you so much. Guys, get the likes up. Right Pro says CT, the most entertaining and provocative platform. It is. I have to agree with you on that. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. Gimpy says, for the $5 super chat, yes. Argue amongst yourselves. I just see rising profit margins. Guys, get the likes up, share the video.
Check it out.
Mike says, CT, drop that knowledge. Yeah, man. Oh shit, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why are we taught? Why, Mike, why are we taught that it's a bad thing to be a conqueror? I really don't understand that. They easily will teach us in school to be a victim. They easily will teach little kids. I told you, Mike, when I was in not junior high school, when I was in daycare, I'll never forget it. They had us singing "We Shall Overcome," and a father, one of those girls, came up there and said, "Don't ever have my daughter singing that bullshit." Black guy, I'll never forget it, man. It was a black guy. He came up there, he chin checked those women. He said, "Don't ever have her singing that dumb shit." And I remember he said that dumb shit, and it's a stupid song. We shall overcome. You're 5 fucking years old. What are you overcoming? Nothing. What are you overcoming? The playground? You ain't overcoming shit. Respectfully. So yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with that shit, man. Guys, get the likes up, share the video. Let me see. Right Pro with the $5 super chat says, is there a way for someone to invest in this show and your platform, CT? Yeah, what you're doing right now is investing. Look at you, man. Salute to you, man. Thank you so much. Must be the money. I've got so much blame. Must be the money. Must be the money. 26 with all this wealth. Must be the money that funds my lifestyle. Must be the money. Must be the money. The party's at my place. You're investing right now, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Right Pro. Salute to you guys. Give Right Pro, Gimpy, and FBA Young Lion a big thumbs up, $ emoji. Salute to you guys, man, once again. And I did that look because I'm kind of shocked at FBA Young Lion. He's missing the point here. That's why I don't understand when people say, I'm a Native American. You're a loser. You are literally saying you are a loser. You're a loser. You might as well just say, I'm a loser. That's what you might as well just say if you say you're a Native American. You lost. That's what Thanksgiving should always be. You should if you are a Native American, a lot of these FBAs are pretending to be Native American. Why even put yourself through that kind of trauma? You're proud to be a loser? I'm a Blackfoot. You're a loser, foot. You're a loser. That's your tribe, losing. And that's exactly what it is, losing. That's why it's important to identify as an American, man, to be proud of that shit. Be proud of your American status. I know I am. What are you, CT? I'm an American. I'm an American. I love this country, and you should too, to be completely honest with you, man. I mean, all of the infrastructure, the systems here, the institutions here, man, be proud of this goddamn country. Be proud of our skyscrapers and bridges, and our hospitals. You want to be proud of some losing shit? Stop, man. That's dumb shit. That's why I don't understand when these people either they pretend to be Indians or they talk about this past of like this mythical past of these people. Get the likes up, guys. Share the video, man. Southern Gene says, how can conquest be weak when that's been the way? How can conquest be weak when that's been the way since the beginning of mankind? Nothing would be anything. Nothing can be anything. It is today in the world if it were not for conquering. Yes, you are correct. Get the likes up. Yeti Life says CT is heating up. I am. You know, you hear a lot of. I remember being a young a kid, and you know, a lot of the kids was black kids. You know, pretending to be Indian. I'm a Cherokee. I'm a Blackfoot. I'm a, you know, whatever they make up these names. I'm a over the mountain hawk. You know, they just make stupid shit up. And I'm looking laughing. I'm laughing at you. And most people are. Even Indian people don't even really go around saying that they are Indian to a degree. It's shameful. You lost. You lost your country, man. You lost your country. We won. We won. America won. And it was hard. It was hard developing this land. It was hard conquering the Great Plains. You know, everything you take for granted, like driving on those roads, dummy, those roads weren't here 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Brave men, American men, blew up those goddamn mountains in the Great Plains and created roads. Died for you to be here. And a lot of you ungrateful, particularly FBAs, now pretending to be Indians, you boast and brag about a losing tribe. That's a goddamn shame. Damn shame. Get the likes up, guys. Share the video, man. Positivity is coming your way. FBA Young Lion says, my ancestors were here since 1776. Your ancestors were, in mud huts in the jungles in Africa. Sir, I have no idea what you are talking about. My ancestors have been here just as long as your ancestors, sir. My ancestors are American, sir. And you are an American, sir. And whether they lived in mud huts or not, sir, West Africa is on the upward trend, and you will be answering to a West African boss very soon. So keep it up with the jokes about West Africa, son. Keep it up. You're going to be teaching your grandkids Yoruba and Igbo pretty soon. Don't worry about it, man. I got you. But FBA Young Blind, get the likes of Swish says CT's ancestors came here in 1980. Joe Curry says black people will all revert back to being Italian. So then the song Imagine by Q on Opie and Anthony would make sense. Let me see. Marvelous Revolution says these FBA Indians been here for hundreds of years and still messing up basic American English. Yikes. Yeah. Something wrong, man, I saw a comment from G-Tron. Hang tight. Let me go up real quick. Hold on. Let me see. I thought I saw one from G-Tron. Give me a second here, guys. Get the likes up. Share the video. Guys, go over to Pops in Politics and subscribe. Go over to Just the Guys podcast and subscribe, guys. Get the likes up. Lord Jatrone says, we were taught that conquest is bad because it comes from the imagination of the weak. And you'd be correct, G-Tron. Imagine teaching your kids weak shit. You were a slave, Timmy. Imagine teaching your kids this weak ass shit. That's why that father went up there. And you know what? Now that I look back at it, that might have been like her father may have been like a black nationalist. Hey man, why you teaching my daughter this stupid ass song, We Shall Overcome? You got 6-year-olds singing this bullshit. And these kids don't know anything about nothing you talking about, none of that slavery bullshit. Same thing with these engines. Same thing with these engines. I'm an engine, CT. I don't care. I'm an American. And I'm a proud American. And everybody living in America should be proud of this country. Get the likes up, guys. What's up, Lo? Says salute, CT. Good morning. Have a great show. Lo, are you familiar with a lot of these FBAs pretending to be engines? Indians. Lo, you are a young girl. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. Every goddamn decade, these Negroes are pretending to be something. In the 80s, they were pretending to be African. In the 90s, they were pretending to be Hotepians or something, or Moors. They pretend to be Hebrew Israelites. These Negroes will pretend to be every goddamn thing other than what they are. That's why I put in the poll. Next thing you know, these Negroes will be pretending to be Tyrannosaurus T-Rexes. Oh, I'm a T-Rex. You're a T-Rex. You're a goddamn human. No, I'm a T-Rex, mother. But I'm like, you're a goddamn. You're not even a reptile. You're first of all, you're more of a horse than a damn a reptile. Lo, these Negroes will pretend to be a house one day. Oh, I'm a house. What kind of house are you? Oh, I'm a Victorian house. Man, you're just an American. No, man, I'm a house. They'll pretend to be everything that they're not, Lo. We got right pro says FBAs, We was Tatanka Shabazz engines. And wine with the $2 super chat. These fake VAs. Guys, get the likes up, share the video, man.
Must be the money. Must be the money. Got to be. Cause I got what's wanting to be my friend. Must be the money. People I never knew. People I never thought I'd connect with. Oh no, I don't know what it is. Talk to me. Check it out.
What's up, Caprice? CT, you are a hater. Wine with the Nicosaurus Rex. Now that hit. That hit.
Must be the money. I've got so much blame. Must be the money. Must be the money. 26 with all this wealth. Must be the money. Must be the money. That funds my lifestyle. Must be the money. Must be the money. The party's at my place.
Caprice, you and I both know these FBAs. We had an FBA calling here the other day, Sister Bethy. You know, she looked just like me, talking about she an Indian. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's some funny shit. Jesus Christ, man. That is some funny shit, Caprice. When does it stop? When does it stop? When does it stop, Caprice? I don't think it will ever stop. I think one day a lot of these FBAs will be. These FBAs are so sick. One day they'll say, "Oh, we're trees now. You're a tree. What are you talking about? That's an entirely different, altogether different bioorganism. It's not even. They'll fight you for it. Oh, I'm an oak tree. You're an oak tree. Jesus Christ, man. These people are insane, dude. These people are insane. Death Racer says Bethy looked like CT auntie. Exactly. Reese with the $2 super chat. Don't worry, in 200 years they're gonna say Elvis was black. He might have been though. He could really dance, man. I don't know, man. He might have had a little bit of black in him or something. He could dance, man. He was really a good entertainer. I've watched a lot of videos of him, not a lot, but you know, Reese, man. These people are crazy, man. These people are sick. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, man, this is the perfect topic, the Indian topic. particularly with these FBAs, man. I go to a lot of FBA sites, well, Indigenous American sites, and they hate me, man. You know, they're like, yeah, man, we're indigenous, man. We built the pyramids in South America. I'm like, y'all built those pyramids, man. You look like you're from Ghana. They don't like me, man. They don't like me, Reese, because I tell the truth. I tell the truth, and I make fun of people when I do it. And you know, that's one thing I've always been good at. You know, and it's silly, right? It's silly. It's silly, Reese, to look at these people. You know, it's silly when they talk. You know, it's silly when they talk. Next thing you know, they'll say, "Oh, I'm a football stadium." You're a football stadium. What the fuck? How is that even possible? It just never. Here goes Japrice. Japrice, sweetheart, when does it stop? When does it stop, Japrice?
I mean, you kind of sound like a hater, CT. I don't know. You know, you just keep talking about us FBAs. I don't know. It's almost like you're a hater. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. What do you identify as? Do you identify? What do you identify as? Yes.
I just identify as Black American or American, honestly.
But what about these? So there's a lady named Sister Bethy, right? I'm gonna play some of the video.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with Sister Betty?
I am not.
You move to a country, you find people who look like you.
Wait a minute.
And that's
I got the wrong thing. Here you go. This is Sister. Let me see. Reese in the building. Mulatto, get on camera for me, buddy. Let me see here. Reese with the $2 super chat. Play the Chappelle Blackfeet clip. It's only right. I can't play any clip from Dave Chappelle. I will definitely get copyrighted on that one. Japrice, you there, sweetheart? Go ahead.
No, yes, I'm here. I thought you were going to play the clip.
Okay, this is Sister Bethy. This is Sister Bethy.
Which one is Sister Becky?
Hold on, let me.
With the red hat?
Here she go, right here. Now this is Sister Bethy.
Oh, okay.
Now, listen. She's a nice woman. This is in Japan right now. What are they? She's a nice woman. Japrice, you there?
I'm here.
You believe she's a Native American, Japrice?
I mean, are you trying to say that Aphrodite and Sister Bethy kind of look alike? Because
I'm not saying anything about Aphrodite.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. What do you think? What do you think? Go ahead.
I mean, okay. So I have heard, like, you know, FBA saying that they are, you know, Native Americans, and they have Native Americans.
Eric, I mean, Imperious with the $2 super chat. CT, did you see Eric the midget in the clip? Yeah, I did. Let me see. L with the $2 super chat. Ironically, CT called himself a dinosaur before. I did. Wine with the $2 super chat. Decepticoning from Nicotron. All right, go ahead, Japrice. Go ahead, Japrice. Okay, I don't know what Japrice is doing. Japrice, are you there? One. Mulatto, you are on mute, buddy. Mulatto, why are these FBAs? Why is this FBA woman pretending to be a Native American?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yeah, it's self-hate, man. Like, there's something, and it's funny because she said, does Aphrodite look like Bethy, or does Bethy look like Aphrodite? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Bethy looks like she could be Aphrodite's sister or cousin. Like, you look at the features, I mean, her lighting is a little brighter in her room. She's not even a quote unquote light-skinned woman.
No.
She's clearly of African descent, and obviously probably some mix in there. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she may have some European and Native American mix, like, you know, a lot of Americans are mixed, but the majority of her DNA is going to reflect that she is of African heritage. And the reason that they do this, CT, is because they've been brainwashed into thinking there's something ignoble about Africa.
Yeah.
They basically put Native Americans on this pedestal where they are greater than blacks and greater than Africans, even though the culture and lifestyle of the Native American people is comparable to that of African people. They lived in huts. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They lived in humble dwellings. They didn't create large libraries, and they don't have advanced technology. But for them, for some reason, it's more noble to be Native American. Americans romanticize Indigenous American people, man. This is what it is. But Africa is considered even though Africans by and large who come to America especially are much more successful than Native Americans are in terms of economically, academically, but in their it's self-hate.
Real quick, Reese with the $2 super chat, please. She can be in a Nollywood movie, straight Igbo. Go ahead, Mulatto. Go ahead.
Yeah, facts. She could be. No, to that point, she definitely looks like she could be an African woman.
Okay, Japrice, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now you said you got a chance to see Miss Bethy, right?
Yeah.
So you said, okay. So what did you think about Miss Bethy?
You're talking about off of her looks, or did you play a clip?
Well, obviously her looks first before I play.
Okay.
Is she Native American?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that Black Americans.
Yeah.
We it's like just a watered down kind of version, because we're all mixed up in and things of that nature. But I was listening to the spill of the sir down there, and it's nobody wants to claim Africa. Who wants to claim Africa? Nobody wants to. No, okay, because I've been there, right? And I would just say that we are different, and of course, and they can tell when you go there. As much as you all say that Black Americans look like Africans, they can literally tell that you're not from there, that you look American. And I don't know, it's just although I don't believe slavery ever existed, but however, there are some similarities in our looks and things of that nature. But I'm kind of here for the delineation. I mean, no, we could just be separate. We can be one, but also separate.
Okay, but Japrice, when does it stop, right? Because next thing you know, a lot of FBAs like Miss Sister Bethy, every decade changes. When would FBAs like her start claiming to be trees?
I mean, at that point, I would think that you're just a hater. At that point.
Go ahead.
I mean, you sound like come on, CT. What do you mean?
It's true. It's true. Listen, back in the early 20th century, there was a movement called the Moorish Temple of Science, led by Noble Drew Ali.
Yeah.
And all of these additional groups began springing up where Black Americans were claiming ancestry to North Africa.
Excuse me for 1 second. I'm sorry. I apologize. Reese with the $5 super chat. Native Americans couldn't even smelt iron other than the Mayans. Most of them were primitive. Africans been smelting iron since 9 BC, since the Nok of Nigeria. That is true. Some of those pits still exist to this day, actually. Thank you so much, Reese. Go ahead, Mulatto. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, so you had at the turn of the 20th century, you had a lot of these identitarian sort of religious, quasi-religious groups springing up in Black America, starting with the Moorish Temple of Science. And then later you had, Elijah Little following the possible mulatto, Portuguese man, started the Nation of Islam, and they claimed they were Asiatic. There's been this push, and then subsequent to that, then the Hebrew Israelites gained popularity. There's a really a disdain to just be African, to be African. And again, no one's claiming that Black Americans genetically, I mean, I believe in science and DNA testing is very, very accurate, or mostly accurate. And the average African American does have admixture of European and Native American, but the percentages of African DNA, the average is 80% and up. Oprah Winfrey, I think, was 95+% African. And so But these identity like the crisis groups or claims are not new. They've been around for a long time. And at some point you have to ask, like, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Broken Berlin, man. Are you a Native American, sir?
Yes, I was raised on a reservation. Yes.
Hold on for a second, Caprice. You get like a loud noise in the background, Caprice. Hang tight. You were raised on a reservation, Broken Berlin?
Yes.
Really?
But to answer your original question, I think a lot of Black Americans are kind of understanding that we've been lied to a lot. And if do you believe that there were dark-skinned Black people in America before, white people came here? Do you believe that there was dark-skinned Native tribes, in your opinion?
Sir, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what to believe. I was born in 1984.
But you haven't looked to see any photographic evidence, or did you not learn about the 5 civilized tribes when you were in school like we did?
Hold on. You did ask.
I mean, you went to public school, correct?
You did. Unfortunately, I did go to public school, and you did ask me a question. So let me answer you. I don't know what to believe about anything. However, hold on. It's not even just about your question. We are only given information, right? So if somebody gave you this book and told you, "Oh, this is some history here," but other than that, I don't know what to believe. What do you think?
Okay, so I'm just asking you. Wait, my question is simple.
What you think?
Do you not? So you don't believe or don't know whether to believe or not believe that there was dark skin?
There's a strong possibility.
All I'm asking is, was there dark skinned Native American tribes?
Yeah, there's a possibility that could be the truth, and we see this throughout the planet. We see it with the Aborigine in Australia. We see it with the darker skinned people in Papua New Guinea. I'm not a complete idiot, sir. I mean,
so all I'm doing is tracing it back. When they speak about the 5 civilized tribes, those were the tribes that were. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
I just said yes, sir. I'm listening to you. Sir.
Okay. When they're bringing about the 5 civilized tribes, the Cherokee.
Sorry, let me just read this. Let me just read the super chat. Reese with the $2 super chat. A lot of these FBAs look like Wesley Snipes, please. And Reese also says skin and DNA are 2 different things. They are not us. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
But the person who said that is probably not them either. Let's keep it 100. Again, there's a lot of Black people that try to say that they're Indian. And they're not. If you haven't spent any time on a reservation, if you can't name more than 3 reservations, and there's over 50 in America, if you haven't spent any time learning about the indigenous culture, if you haven't spent any time learning that our culture was actually before the 5 civilized tribes, that's where all the propaganda and all the BS is coming from.
Okay, so which tribe were you raised on?
I was raised with Cherokee, but I'm not Cherokee.
And what was the name of the tribe? I mean, what was the name of the reservation?
In Oklahoma?
Yeah, I'm not a. Yeah, I don't know anything about the tribes. But go ahead.
Okay, so what is it you want to know? Because the question is why there's so many FBAs claiming to be.
I just think that Sister Bethy and a lot of these FBAs are pretending to be something that they're not. And every decade, you see a lot of this dumb shit. Every decade, Hoteps, Moors, Hebrew Israelites, now Indigenous Americans, man. It just never stops.
I mean, 30 years ago, we were calling ourselves colored, right? And then before that, it was Negro. And before that, in the 60s, we were trying to say, hey, I am a man. So every 10 years, we are trying to relabel ourselves. In the early 2000s, we didn't want to be called African American anymore. And now here we are 20 years later. So you're right. We're always relabeling ourselves because we don't know who we are.
So you're
wait, say what?
So you are not African at all, right?
I mean, do you see my peanut head? Do you think I'm African? No, we have completely. Zoom in, do whatever you want to do. This is not African. If you know African people, they have a skull. They have a skull fracture that's completely different than what a lot of Black Americans are.
Sister Bethy and Aphrodite are 2 different races of people. You see the screen, right? You see the screen, right?
Yes, I do. Sister Beth. Yeah,
Sister Bethy claims to be a Native American, and she says she's a different race than Aphrodite. Do you agree with this?
I don't know. They both actually have kind of similar features. If you just go by eyebrows, eye structure, nose, so I wouldn't say just by first glance that they are probably different.
Okay.
But that, I mean, I also can be wrong.
I'm listening to you, man. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Is it possible, Broke, that you're mixed? You have no
mixed with what?
You have no so you're pure you're just a pure
no. We are Heinz 57s. We were called Simpson babies in Oklahoma. I'm the darkest in my family, but we're all no one's pure anything. What pure what?
Okay. That was CT's question, and I think you're listen. You're a specific case, bro. But a lot of Black Americans don't have that tribal connection, that cultural connection. They just don't want to be African, and they're looking like Sister Bethy, and it's something they just discovered.
But because their grandparents weren't allowed to be indigenous, there were so many. Everyone speaks about what happened to Black people in the early 1900s, but what was happening to indigenous people was way worse. So Black people who were indigenous were claiming to be Black, so they wouldn't have to deal with some of the degradation that was happening to indigenous people. You can look at what happened to indigenous people in Canada, and they were still castrating women in 1950. They were doing purposeful things to make sure that each generation of indigenous culture, their cultures was erased, whether it was taking their language away, taking their customs away, making sure that they're taking the mothers who have children on the reservations, taking their children away and putting them to a whole different school so that there was no homeschooling allowed on the reservations. So they couldn't be Black because if they claimed to be Black, they couldn't claim to be indigenous because if they had, they would have had to deal with so much more degradation in the system of Jim Crow.
Fair enough. And I'm not saying that those anecdotal stories happen. And by the way, also, I can look at you and tell that you're mixed. But I would also
Sir, I'm not mixed. Both of my parents are Black. But what are you trying to say that I'm mixed with?
You said you're a Heinz 50. You said that your people are a Heinz 57.
Yeah, we're mixed with everything. But what do you think? I have like one? Do you think I have a white parent and a Black parent? What do you think I'm mixed with?
No, I didn't say biracial. I said mixed. That's what I said. I didn't say biracial.
Most Black Americans are mixed with something. I don't look that much different from other Black Americans. There's a bunch of other Black Americans who look like me.
Most Black Americans, though, are, and you look at the studies, they're 80 to 90% African. That's what makes them Black or considered African American. They're majority African. I mean, most white Americans are mixed. If that's the case,
wait, let's lock that down. You're saying that most Black people in America are 80 to 90% African?
Google it.
Sir, just because you Google something doesn't mean it's true. I'm just asking you a question. You're saying that most Black people in America.
Hold on, guys.
There's something called 23.
Guys. FBA Young Lion, who's 21 years old, says Africans have elongated cranials. We are not them, says the sophomore in college. Thank you so much, FBA.
You see, CT, how they're using Hitler-esque skull measurement techniques. Yeah. This is the stuff Nazis did, and it's ignorant because in Africa, in the continent, there's all kinds of. You have in South Africa people that look Chinese almost, but they're indigenous. They're called Khoisan. Then you have Bantus. I mean, you got Kushites in East Africa. This idea that there's one kind of skull and one kind of look or people group in Africa just shows how ignorant these Americans are. They're ignorant.
Okay, well, we might be ignorant, but do you think there might be a scientific reason that my nose is longer and looks more elongated and Jewish and Amazonish versus an African nose, which is flatter to the face and more wider to deal with the dry weather?
Just say bell pepper.
They're not
bell pepper. No,
I'll give you the. I'll be vulnerable. This is bad. You see it? This is not Africanish. You will not. This is not from the motherland. This is
You are you. I agree. But by the way, there are people in the motherland, but they weren't taken as slaves who have your nose and even thinner and sharper and pointed noses.
Can we have a comparison of noses between CT and Broke? Okay, so CT seems like it's
we want to put it side by side.
All right, let's do Broken Berlin. There we have it.
It's gonna be somebody's thumbnail. I don't care. Y'all gonna troll me. I don't care. Yeah, whatever though.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You.
But my point, bro, is that you are you. But Miss Bethy or whatever her name is.
Real quick. Reese says, $5 super chat. Most FBAs look like Whoopi Goldberg and Wesley Snipes. So stop it. Y'all are between 80 to 90% African. In the South, if I go to Georgia or North Carolina, I see a bunch of little bootsies. Go ahead, guys.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. Broke is using himself as if he's like he represents.
Because I have a strong lineage to Louisiana and Oklahoma. Now there's a difference. If now you're talking about the people like the little bootsies, okay, if they haven't maybe been here for more than 3 generations, then more than likely, yes, their ancestry is 80%, 90% African, but they are not FBA, and that's why sometimes it's so pointless to have this kind of conversation, because when you're trying to label what is FBA, how many generations do you want to go back to actually say we're FBA? It's the same thing for Turkish people here in Germany who are trying to say that they're German, and German people say, no, y'all not German, y'all Turkish. And then the Turkish people try to say, no, we've been here for 5 generations. When will we be German? And the answer is never, because unfortunately in this system, we will not be seen as Americans. We always will be as a subgroup of what Americans are.
And that's because you choose to be that. You choose to be that.
Oh, that's your opinion, but sure, okay.
Hold on. I see white people arguing the opposite. Why don't black people just claim to be American? I don't call myself Irish American or Italian American. That's what I typically hear from especially conservative whites. It's black people, black Americans choose and demand to be a subgroup in America. They don't want to be a part of America. That's a choice. Man, a lot of these arguments are just
when you were a child and you had to fill in the Scantron, it was you could have put in just American.
No, most Black Americans want to be.
Or was there was there Caucasian, African American, Hispanic? You labeled yourself in school. What did you label yourself?
Hold on, how about this? Let Mike get in real quick. Mike, do you believe eventually that a lot of FBAs will start claiming to be planets one day? Go ahead, sir.
Sure. I think the biggest thing is that I think a lot of Black people try to be indigenous, and they're not. They're not indigenous. They're not, and it's just, it doesn't make sense to me, because I think.
What does the word indigenous mean?
I think. Let me finish. Real quick.
I'm just asking. What does indigenous mean before you say that they're not indigenous?
Native American people. Native American.
So you're talking about the 5 civilized tribes.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. They're the most glorified.
You're talking
people.
about the Asian-looking 5 civilized tribes, not the dark-skinned ones. The 5 civilized tribes. Those are the indigenous people.
Okay. That's all right. That's okay. Listen, if you're trying to convince me,
it's not okay, because you're trying to go through diatribe, and I'm just asking, what is indigenous?
I'm trying to answer your question. If you're trying to convince me
that question, sir.
Oh wait. If you're trying to convince me, broke in Berlin, that you're Native American, the sky is red. Come on, dude.
Okay.
Stop it. Stop, dude. Just stop. Bro, come on, stop it.
No, let's have the conversation. Do you know that the 5 civilized tribes were the ones that were used to erase the dark-skinned tribes of America? Do you understand that?
So that's mixing of blood, correct? That's the mixing of races.
No, you didn't understand that. Let me try that again. Do you understand that the 5 civilized tribes were the ones that were given power by the white people who came from other countries to erase the dark-skinned tribes?
L says, don't forget, Mike. He thinks
you do understand, or do you not believe that? Because we need to have a baseline. Or do you not think that the 5 civilized tribes, the ones who were the so-called looking indigenous Indians, were given power to eradicate the darker skinned tribes of America?
Well, you're very passionate. You're very passionate about this, and I respect that you're very passionate.
I'm asking you to believe that or not.
What you think, what I think
do you believe
your thoughts
that or not?
Or moronic. They don't make sense.
You can answer that question, then go on your diatribe. My question is, do you believe that what I said or not?
Bro, you're not Native American. Stop it. Stop making believe you're Native American. Stop it.
Okay. Well, clearly you know me better than I do.
Are you Chief Stabaho? Are you sitting bullshit? Is that who you are?
Again, I've already tried to walk it back. Do you only believe that Native indigenous people are from the 5 civilized tribes? That is my question.
I think Native American people are not you. That's what I think.
So you're doing what women do right now, which is.
I don't think you're Native American, brother. I don't think you're Native American. You want to play that card? You want to play that card? Where I'm Native American.
Do you think that indigenous people are only the Native American ones that you see that are Asian looking?
Stop lying. He's from Louisiana. There we go. Thank you so much. Go ahead, guys.
So let's try this again. Are you saying that indigenous people are only the ones that you see that look like typical Native Americans of today?
My apologies, guys. These super chats coming in super fast. FBA Young Line with the $5 super chat says, our biology is not the same, says the history major in college. Africans possess sharp, high, and steep cusp adapted for shearing and grinding.
Fibrous
vegetation. Come on. They didn't eat meat. The Africans don't eat meat. Come on, bro. You sound crazy. Go ahead, guys.
Hey, bushmeat. No, but the whole thing, if you're asking me on just general appearance,
you're
on
still
general
skipping the
appearance,
question, sir.
I'm trying to
Before you
answer your question.
continue.
See, you're the kind of
then we
person
don't have a
that cuts
conversation.
people
We have an
off before
argument.
they
And
can
I'll
answer.
pass the
See, you don't
question
let
to
people.
somebody else.
So see, he
Because you
doesn't
don't
let
want
people
to
answer
answer
because
the
he's
question.
nervous
So
about
let me
the
try and go
actual
ahead and have it
answer.
with the person.
Real quick, guys. Real quick.
Yeah.
Imperious with the $2 cash app. He says he looks like John Sally, not Chief.
He does. He does. Did you play? Did you play for the Pistons? Did you play for the Pistons?
I have no idea who that
Mike,
is.
let's be
So let me try
respectful.
with the Zachary person because again,
Okay, let's be respectful. Go ahead, bro.
you're trying to label who is indigenous, and we haven't even made a baseline of what indigenous
guys,
is. Are we saying right now that indigenous people are only the Asian-looking Native Americans that we have come from the 5 civilized tribes that we associate as indigenous? Is that what we're saying?
Real quick.
Or are we also saying indigenous is dark-skinned tribes that have been coming from that?
Hold on. Young says, put a $5 super chat salute to you, buddy. He says it's insane how other races tell Black Americans where they are from, like Black people saying every Hispanic comes from Mexico. It's not a bad super chat, actually. That's pretty interesting. Actually, go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
But that's horrible logic because
That's a good point.
we say white people come from Europe. It's a continent. Nobody's saying all Black people come from the Congo or Nigeria. We're saying the continent of Africa. You see the inability to connect dots in that logic. And
Yeah.
in Broke's defense, he doesn't look African to me. Now, to white people like Zachary and Mike, white people, I'm sorry, you guys usually don't see nuance when it comes to people that you deem Black. I've been confused with people that look like chaotic. That just goes to show you the discernment of white people when it comes to racial. Like, I've worked with people chaotic that look like you, and white people come up to me like, "Hey, chaotic, how's it going, buddy?" So, like,
they're just being racist at that point.
Yeah, they don't really know the difference. Their eyes can't distinguish the difference. I don't see Broke as looking like a Nigerian. I see him as someone who probably has Native American ancestry, a fair amount of it, has some African ancestry. I've actually known biracial people that look similar to Broke as well. But I would say that Broke, your situation is not the typical Black American. It's not Kevin Hart is not your story. When I look at Kevin Hart, I see an African. By the way, that example you gave of like, what do you fill out when you fill out the census or the application? White people put Caucasian. Does that mean they go around calling themselves white Americans? No, Black Americans choose to do that because Black people love to be siloed in a subcategory. That's just what it is.
I was just mainly speaking about the Scantrons when we were children, and we filled that out. That's what I was kind of referring to.
Yeah. But
speaking of that, what do you fill out? What do you fill out in terms of race?
When I was a child, African American or Black, when we had to do our SATs, and I was at Langston University in Oklahoma, a Black town, and it wasn't until maybe I was 12 that I got put on the reservation. But again, at that time in the 80s, there was no other options. All the white kids we went to school with in Coyle, they had to label themselves as white. I think we didn't even learn what Caucasian was until the 90s. We thought Caucasian meant like some kind of thing that was in the ocean. So like every other year they're giving us these new terms. Maybe you guys can educate me. When did white people start actually using the term Caucasian a lot?
In the 2000s. I never heard it in the 90s.
I only remember it in the 90s. Like that's the first time I heard it. I thought it was a lobster or some shit.
Zach, what say you, sir? Will FBAs eventually start calling themselves pterodactyls, sir? Go ahead, buddy.
Well, CT, every time I bring up this point, you snicker. But I just want to start with last night and bring it to the point you're talking about. So last night, you might be aware, Monday Night Football, they're honoring the death of 24-year-old Marshawn Kneeland, who died 24 days after Jerry Jones' birthday. Are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many points did the Cowboys put up in the first half?
I didn't watch the game.
24. 24, okay? And his name Kneeland, right? Again, he scored. The last time the Cowboys played was on Monday Night Football. He scored a touchdown, a defensive touchdown, pretty rare thing. On the 38th birthday of Colin Kaepernick, the kneeler. So last night, as they're doing the national anthem and going across all these black faces, most of the guys on the football field, they keep flashing to his jersey, Kneeland. Nobody's getting the joke because it's a bunch of dummies watching. Kneeland, Kneeler's birthday, flag protest not that long ago in the NFL by mostly black men. So, again, a lot of ritualism to last night's game. We call MNF the 33 game of the week. The score at the half's 24-9, 33 points. MNF equals 33 for the record. The country's 249 years old. Last night, final score 33-16. By the way, we had the under. We thought there'd be 49 points in the game because Dallas equals 49, just like Las Vegas. That was the under last night. Congrats to the winners. But the point I'm making is number rituals that the NFL does week in, week out. Again, you keep laughing at this. The first 3 black quarterbacks to win Super Bowls.
Let him finish.
Hold on. The first 3 black quarterbacks to win Super Bowls all played on the native teams. The Redskins, the Seahawks. Seattle's named after Chief Seattle, the symbol on their things from the local native tribe, and the Chiefs. So the first 3 black quarterbacks to win all play on the native teams, and they all have 42 rituals. Doug Williams, 42 points, 4 touchdowns in the second quarter. Washington, the 42nd state. Mahomes, 42 pass attempts. Every Super Bowl Mahomes won had a 42 ritual in it. And as we know in this gematria thing, that number's
and 42 stands nigger.
Huh?
42 spells out nigger in gematria.
I kind of want to see Tuskegee in February and Huxtable and Cosby Show and Malcolm Martin and Muhammad Ali and everything black history is 42.
Which is why Jackie Robinson had the number 42 as his Dodger number.
Tribute to black history. Again, where is the logic slipping with you? If the first civilization came out of Africa, no doubt these people learned to sail the sea. Why would you not think that they got over to the Americas and other parts of the world? And why wouldn't you think these people were all over the world long ago? You could argue that maybe they're not the actual natives to that land, but if they are the first human species and everybody came out of essentially the black man, I don't even understand why you guys have these arguments.
I don't believe
it's very logical to assume that there were black people here well before the Europeans got here, since they are the original civilization.
No, they're not. Africans are not the original.
I didn't. I must have missed your super chat, FBA Young Line, for the $5 super chat. Salute to you. And thank you so much, Gorilla, for gifting the membership. Nay, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I thought the human race all started in Africa. Maybe so. FBA Young Line with the $5 super chat says Africans possess an opposable big toe. This allows them to
That's actually what white people like Zachary mean when they say that studied in Africa. That's what they mean.
He said,
no, chaotic finish it. No, chaotic finish reading the super chat. You already crying laughing. You got to finish it.
That is funny. That is so CT. That is so funny.
You got to keep it professional, chaotic. No, he paid $5. I'm sorry, $4. You got to finish reading the super chat and keep it professional.
Go ahead, buddy.
I did not want to laugh.
It's freaking hilarious.
You guys got the floor, man. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
No, CT, I want you to answer why you're so opposed to this idea that black people were here before slavery.
Actually,
I'm not opposed. I never said I was opposed to anything, Zach. I just
your thumbnail is mocking the idea, right?
I'm mocking the idea that. Go ahead, Mike. Please go ahead.
It's so funny because people always talk about the Garden of Eden, right? They talk about the Garden of Eden. We're like being a Catholic. And there's a theory that the Garden of Eden was actually in Africa. That's where all life started, in the Garden of Eden.
No,
so
that's not it.
There's a theory. There's a theory about it. So let me ask you this in CT's terms: where do you think life started? Where did life start? Where did it start? So were the original people black, and we got melanated, and we got lighter? Where did Asian people come from?
I believe it was all one mass. It was all one last land mass until the continents broke away. And you can see kind of how it's a puzzle piece in certain places. I think it was all in the Africanish area, but it doesn't mean that all people came from Africa. I think we all came from that area. And then when the continents broke apart, that's when the languages and the skin tones and the everything broke. But that happened thousands of years ago. So it's weird to say we all came from Africa. I just think we all came from one massive landmass.
Reese,
guys, let me tell you.
CT, can you ask Zach, where are all the black natives in the Amazon rainforest? Remember, they haven't been mixed and they look like brown Asians. Please explain that, please. Go ahead, Zach. That's for Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
Well, you're not going to get a disagreement with me. I'd say the people to the Americas, North and South, look a lot more like Hispanics, Latinos, the typical natives when you think of Native America. But again, the point I'm making is I'm sure there were black people all over the world since Africa's the cradle of civilization, and I imagine they learned how to sail the seas long before any Europeans showed up here. Again, there's a lot of people missing from South America, Latin America that used to be there. Again, there's been a lot of war, conquest, genocide. So there's so many missing pieces of history. That's why you can fight about this stuff all day. Nobody at the end of the day is going to have all the answers, but I point to the things going on at this exact day and age that seem to point to a history that's left out of the history books, which is what you seem to be mocking, CT, as you denounce. I'm not mocking it, as your thumbnail's a total mockery of it.
Well, Zach, because I know you like to think you grew up around blacks. I actually did. Zach, I'm not denying.
What's true about you? One day your parents are doctors. The next day they're soup cooks at the hospital.
Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk or not? Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk or not? Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me
jail cell with
Are you gonna let me
we don't
talk?
know where you are, CT.
Are you gonna let me talk? Thank you. I actually grew up around blacks, unlike you. I remember, bro, each damn decade, a lot of FBAs were pretending to be something. Hoteps, blackamoors, sovereign citizens. Now it's this indigenous bullshit. When does it stop, bro?
When did black people claim to be sovereign citizens in mass? No. In mass, sir. In mass.
In the early 2000s, a lot of people.
You think 5%? 5% of the black population of America was claiming sovereignty?
Can I talk?
I'm narrowing it down. You're saying a lot. I'm putting a number on it. You say a lot.
I didn't do a census, sir.
I'm asking, do you think it was 5% of black people in that time saying that they were sovereign citizens?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the power of the internet is so powerful.
In the early 2000s, the internet was hardly. What are you talking about, fam? Sir, when do you think that more than 5% of black people were claiming to be sovereign citizens? At what time?
You'd be surprised at how many times when I was a probation officer, you weren't. I was.
What is that? Wait, you think because you're a probation officer, you have a larger sample size than what I do? We're not having a conversation of who knows more people. I'm just asking you, when do you think that 5% of black people in America were claiming to be sovereign citizens?
Sir, may I finish? Sir, may I finish?
When did black people at 5% in America? Because I think you're making it up, sir. There's no time in the history of America where more than 5% of black people were saying they were sovereign citizens.
I don't want to have.
That's just not true.
I don't want to have to mute you. Can I finish talking? Okay.
You can mute me. You can do whatever you want, but that's never been the case, sir.
People say I mute everybody. I'm trying not to mute.
We've never claimed to be sovereign citizens like that at that appeal. That's actually been more white people claiming to be sovereign citizens.
You just said you're a Native American, so you're not even an FBA. I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to FBAs.
Your whole title is aren't FBA. You said I didn't say I'm Native American. I said I'm indigenous.
Did you just not say that you were?
That's why I asked in the beginning. Do we know the difference?
Are you not a Choctaw? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking.
No, I'm not a Choctaw. What
are you?
What the hell? I said I'm not Choctaw. I said I'm not Cherokee. Do you know the difference between indigenous and the Native Americans? That's why I asked.
I'm gonna drop.
He's gonna try to.
If I'm not mistaken, this gentleman said he was not an FBA. He said that he was Native American. Yep. I am talking about FBAs, right? Did he not say he's not an FBA? If I'm not mistaken,
I think he's maybe arguing without he hasn't gotten there yet that all FBAs are not African, that they're all indigenous American. He's from the tribe of Shabazz, man.
If I may finish, Broken Berlin, when I was a probation officer, there were countless times where Negroes would come into court with that red cap on with that fez talking about that they were sovereign citizens, and a lot of the times the bailiffs had to put hands on them because they got to talking this nonsense. They're not of the land and yada, yada, yada. And the judge say, arrest this crazy mother. And they went to judge. I saw it all the time as a PO, brother. All the time.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. Okay, I'm asking you at what percentage of black Americans were claiming sovereignty? You say 5%.
Hey, bro.
No, you asked me, was it 5%? I couldn't give you an answer. at the time, I could argue it was probably 0.5%.
Then why are you bringing that up if it was 0.5%?
Because it's the problem.
It's not a problem. Okay.
Sir,
You know, you're looking for the problem for your you're looking for the problem for your audience. So you can
Sir, there were only 100 people at the Mustache Man rallies before in its infancy, sir. Oh, well, that's not a problem if the H man is talking. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. You can talk now. I'm done talking. You can talk.
Okay. You're bringing up less than a 1%.
Geo,
to make your point,
salute, my brother. But the whole thing is that there is
wait. Who's talking right now? Wait. I'm confused.
Me. I'm talking right now.
Okay. Then I thought.
But there really is.
Wait. So what do you want to say?
Because with the sovereign citizens,
sir,
they don't think.
Are you answering a question that he asked me? Are you answering a question that he asked me? Just to be clear.
I mean, why do you overtalk people? You look like a Doberman Pinscher. Why are you over there?
What does that have to do with anything?
I look like a lot of things. I look like a peanut head. I look like the dude from McDonald's. You can give me all the insults you want. It doesn't negate the fact that you're saying bullshit.
But the thing is that you have to let other people
try to negate from an argument
or
try to negate from a conversation.
Geo, just jump.
So, any other? I haven't disrespected you. I haven't made any juvenile insults to anybody on this panel. So why are you doing that to me, sir?
Very polite.
You think that this is your soliloquy show and that we should all just sit by and let you rant and ramble? You haven't even told us. You haven't even told us.
I'll stop. It's no problem. I'll mute. I'll turn my camera off and I'll listen to you guys speak. No stress.
Can I finish the sentence? No, we'll let you speak. But listen, what? So what? If you're not Cherokee, you're not Choctaw. What is your affiliation ethnically? He won't answer. Hello?
If you give him milk bone, he'll answer. Come on, come back up, Doberman. Come back up, Doberman.
G-Tron, what next, man? What will FBAs pretend to be next? Go ahead, buddy. And let's watch the cursing for today. I want to keep this on public.
Hey, you know, my mother's Chinese and black mixed. The next thing they're gonna be saying is they're Chinese descendants. You know, the Chinese, they map the world upside down. They got full maps of the whole globe. That's what's next. You know what kills me? Earlier today when you were doing your opening diatribe, right?
Yeah.
You was explaining why do you want to be losers? Why do you want to identify as something other than American? The greatest, most powerful, richest, freest nation to ever exist. Why do you want to be considered something other than just American? And
kind of breaking up there, buddy. Kind of breaking up there, Jerome.
That's no loss.
May I say something?
Babble when he comes on here.
I also want to. I just really quick want to correct this notion, and I want to dig into this. This idea that black people are the original, I think, comes from the idea that black people are the closest to apes. I think when white people say that, and black people are like, "Yeah, we are the original," they don't really realize what they're agreeing to. White people view you as closest to the ape. Actually, listen, the most ancient civilizations that we have record of are in Samaria, in the Fertile Crescent area. We have no proof in terms of actual pottery, shards. We have nothing from antiquity that indicates, other than the fact that white people think black people are closer to apes, that humanity started in Africa. I just want to throw that out there.
I know Zach definitely believes that. Guys, get the likes up. Japrice, you have children. You have 3 children, correct? If I'm not mistaken, yes? Japrice, are you there, sweetheart? Okay, I don't know what happened to her. What I'm afraid of, Zach, is when her kids get older, there's going to be some FBAs telling her kids that they are planets. Oh, I'm a planet. You know, it doesn't stop. That's what I'm afraid of, Zach. I know it sounds crazy to you, Zach, but Zach, this is how bizarre it can become in the FBA community. Oh, I'm a tree. What kind of tree? Oh, an oak tree. You're an oak tree. Zach, I know it sounds crazy to you because you're from the white race and whites typically are more logical, but Zach, this stuff is getting out of hand, man. With this identity crisis amongst the blacks.
CT, they get into a delusional
Mike, shut up.
thing, and they get in delusion, and they believe their delusion, and no one can talk them down from their delusion. And Zach, that's what you teach. Zach, you teach delusion to low impulse, to high impulse. Yeah, you teach delusion. That's what you teach.
Mike, pretty much everyone in my following.
Am I wrong, CT? Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right, Mike. He teaches, and that's probably why he has a lot of blacks following him, because it's a delusional. Go ahead, Zach. I can't speak for your gematria bullshit. Go ahead.
Yeah, but as we know, it's not bullshit. It's the same thing day after day. Now, tell me, is this true or false? Just had a New York Jets shot on 38th Street right after the death of the coach from Last Chance U, a series that ran 38 episodes. And days before that, you had Neeland score the touchdown on the Neeler's 38th birthday, only to die a couple of days later.
Get on camera, BDM a lot of
this 38 and kill pattern for a long time, haven't I? You also had a UFC fighter found dead in his cell at age 38, just a little more than a week ago. So just within a week's time, you got 4 celebrities dead in connection to 38. I've been teaching you about this for over a year, and then you want to say it's bullshit? CT, put up the Murder by Numbers movie poster.
I didn't say it was BS, but all I'm trying to say is I think you peddle nonsense to low intelligent people. That's what I think. CT, do you agree? I mean, he peddles the nonsense.
In my past life, I was a cardboard box number 42.
Hold on. Case in point, last week I said they'd be voting on the Epstein thing today because it's the 322nd day of the year. Jeffrey Edward Epstein equals 322. I mean, this stuff's easy to see a mile away.
Hey, can I just say one thing? I only need 30 seconds. I'm an American, and I don't give a fuck what any of you say, feel, or none of that.
Yeah, let's watch.
Period. Point blank. Period. I'm an American. Period. And I don't care what y'all say, think. I don't care about y'all boxes. Y'all can have y'all boxes. I'm gonna stick to my American box. Thank you and good afternoon, CT. I'll holler at you in the chat.
There we have it. Thank you so much, buddy. Ain't type.
Yes, this is why most people they distance themselves, because it's like it's pattern recognition. You start seeing it over and over. So this is not only online, and even some of them.
Ain't type.
No.
Notorious.
Where does she come on?
Yes,
okay. Notorious 2.8 light years away and blah blah blah. Why is it so offensive that we can't study each other as human beings? It's the weirdest thing to me. Go ahead, buddy.
CT, you see, if I was doing like what the others are doing.
Now, Zach, this is Sister Bethy. Zach, this woman thinks she's a Native American, buddy.
Well, if she has ancestors that have been here since before the Europeans, what would you define it?
All right, let's listen to her.
When telling them lies and, just promoting them, they would like that. See, when they were saying that America was racist, white people racist, I genuinely thought it was true, right? But that's why I took the time to study it, but I started seeing that, in fact, the blacks themselves are the worst people to be around in America. I'm just keeping it real. You cannot make money with them. It's dangerous being around them. Okay. I'm talking as a group. So the patterns I've explained here, I'm into making things happen. I cannot talk to grown men who are constantly, all they're interested in is women, sex and sports, entertainment. Okay. Clothing, I don't have time for that. I like deep intellectual things, wisdom. I like to study things and people. That's what I'm into.
Real quick, Ogun with the $5 super chat. Zach, again, your BS numbers always makes the flaw of correlation for causation. Answer how it does not do this flaw in logic. You might have to rewrite that again, Ogun. Salute to you.
Exactly. You can tell it's not a very well-educated person trying to put things together that he doesn't even understand. But when the same patterns play out day after day, week after week, you have to be a moron to not recognize what's going on. Again, Hollywood put out the movie Murder by Numbers with 38 right on the poster. In gematria, murder equals 38. So does death, so does killing, so does RIP. The word gematria equals 38, like English, like energy. The band that did the song Gematria, the Killing Name, the first member of their band died at age 38. The second member to die died 38 days after his birthday. There's a million of these examples in history. The George Floyd thing that set you off, that was on 38th Street. Fentanyl equals 38, like Minnesota, as does Chanhassen and Prince. And don't forget, Prince was pretty much the first big celebrity connected to fentanyl. And Prince also had the song I Would Die For You with the number 4 and the letter U. Used the 21st letter. He spelled it with the number 4 letter U, 421. He died on 421. Little nod to gematria. Again, there's a song out there, Gematria, the Killing Name. Prince also had the song 319. Just happened to die 319 days after his birthday. On and on and on. But this same 38 patterns all throughout history. You can snicker all you want, CT, because you're a clown. But 38 is something I talk about on a weekly basis with celebrity deaths. And again, in this last week, there were 4 deaths connected to the number 38. To think that that's just some coincidence makes you a moron.
Do you let me read the super chat. CKJ, what's up, buddy? Says for the $5 super chat, is there really a difference from someone saying they are indigenous or American? Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, Zach. You got the floor, buddy.
Here, to come back to the killing thing, the word Pentagon equals 38. The nation's killing department on the 38th parallel. When they installed Pete Hegseth, first of all, he was nominated on the Superior General's birthday, but then he was installed 38 days from the Pope's birthday. That was when Pope Francis was still alive. If you guys don't know the history of D.C., that land was gifted by a Catholic named Francis Pope. It used to be called Rome on the Potomac. Again, the 38 thing goes way beyond any type of coincidence. It's a number heavily connected to death. And you see here, we got the guinea pig with a low IQ. He can't tolerate it. You got CT the clown acting like this stuff's just all some kind of just accident. Again,
I'm sorry. You just called me. I'm sorry. You just called me a guinea pig. You called me a guinea pig.
You did.
You just called me.
You know that's your title. I've always called you that.
You know what I would do to you in real life, bro?
Nothing. With your big bitch tits.
What I would do to you in real life?
Put on your ass.
You call me a guinea pig?
I'd speed bag your titties.
You wouldn't. I don't know, Zach. You'd be asleep. You'd be asleep. You're bro, Zach. Listen, you know what? CT, I got it. I got it. Okay, I got it. Zach, you're a psychopath who clowns and actually rips uneducated black people off. That's what you do. You're a charlatan. You're a snake oil salesman. That's what you are. Your shit is bullcrap. It's bull. Gematria. Everything connects through 38 and 42. Dude, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Definitely not.
And the people that pay you are morons. They're morons.
Mike, I don't think any of my
dude, I'm twice your size. You would never say shit to my face. Ever.
Mike.
Ever.
With those big titties?
Ever. Mike. You little pussy. Mike, you're nothing. You're a snake oil salesman. You're a con artist. You're a con artist, Zach. You're a con artist. Accept it.
So how come
you're a con artist? That's what you are. 42 and 36 and 27. It's the same shit every day. It's just stupid. You're a moron. I have an oyster mouth. It's the same crap.
CT, can we share the screen real quick?
No. I'm gonna rip you apart, dude. I'm gonna rip you apart. You think you're a tough guy, Zach? You think you're smart? You are someone who manipulates low IQ people into giving you money. That's what you do. Okay? And you're a scumbag, and you will burn in hell for it. You'll burn in hell for it.
Now, CT, these are the same thing I teach everybody. Was there 200?
You're gonna burn in hell, Zach. You're gonna be on fire, saying, "God, I'm sorry. I took that $20 from that guy named Jamel. I'm sorry, God. Sorry. Take me off the spit, God. Take me off the spit."
Hold on,
go
CT.
ahead.
What
Just stop, Zach. Zach, I'll troll you into the atmosphere. I'll troll you so high, you'll never come back down.
Please.
Look at these numbers. These numbers correlate. I swear these numbers correlate.
Hold on.
Nothing correlates, dude. You're a scam. Dude, nothing you says makes sense. It doesn't make any freaking sense.
This vote today.
CT, Jackie Robinson was 42, right? And then the Pentagon is 42. And then, President Bush equals 42. And then it's like, what the hell are you talking about, man? It doesn't make any sense.
Right, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
We need the visual.
It doesn't make sense, brother.
So was it the 218th vote by Grivalda who got installed by the numbers to force this vote today?
Oh, geez.
Hold on. Oh, Goom.
All right. I got you.
So you take all these events and patterns after the fact, put BS numbers to them, and say that some shadow group is controlling everything. Why didn't you predict something before the fact? You're full of shit. Go ahead, Zach.
Well, I mean, that's what we do every day. That's why I have the massive following I do on Patreon. And like I said last week, I said this vote would come today on the 322nd day of the year. Can we put the visual back up? I just want to hear CT answer the questions. Can we get the visual back up with the calculator?
Yeah, Mike. Let's hear him out, Mike. Hang tight.
I showed you how her family surname equals 35, and she was installed 35 weeks from her father's death, who was in Congress. And then it was her 218th vote that day on the whatever they're called, the Epstein Transparency Act, that forced this today. Correct? The 218th vote. Do you know the answer to that question, CT?
I don't. Go ahead.
You can look it up. It was the 218th vote. And then today is the 322nd day of the year. And here we are. That finally, Trump said they'd do this day one, but it took till the 322nd day of the year for the House to vote on it. This is what goes on day after day with your government. I've shown you guys this like literally every single day since I've been here, that it's news by the numbers all day, every day. And that 218 is not arbitrary either. That's a special number.
Right.
It has to do with the Holy Roman Empire that supposedly folded on the 218th day of the year.
What does the Holy Roman Empire have to do with what's going on with Epstein? What are you talking about, bro?
Because DC is Rome.
There's nothing with the Holy Roman Empire.
Because we are Rome. That's why.
So you're Roman? Are you Italian?
I'm making the point that Rome did not die. It carried on in the church, and the church runs this nation.
Yeah. Your correlations don't make sense. So listen, hold real quick. CT, I'll be fast. Your correlations, listen. If your correlations made sense, I would give you I would say, hey man, that makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. If there's something there. But your correlations, they're ridiculous. I mean, you sound like an absolute fool. That's what you sound like, Zach. I mean, I'm sorry, CT, I'm sorry to do this, but you don't make any sense. There's no connection there. You make a fake connection and then try to sell it on low IQ people. And that's what you do. You are a scam artist, Zach. You're a scam artist.
So
that's what you are.
Well, what doesn't make sense about the vote coming today?
You're a scam artist. Yeah, you scam stupid people. Anyone who follows you is stupid. I'm not saying anything wrong mentally, but they're just low IQ. They're low IQ.
Hey, Mike, hold on real quick. Mr. Hubbard, may I ask you a question, sir? And this is not shade at all. I just want to make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing. You said it's the 218th vote, or did you really mean that they need 218 votes?
You need to clean the wax out of your ears. I said when Grivalda came back, which forced today's vote.
BD, get him, BD.
No. I just wanted to make sure that I was hearing what I was hearing. I thought he said that it was the 218th vote instead of they needed 218 votes. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure I was clear.
Because they installed her by the numbers on the day they reopened the government. She cast the 218th vote to force what's happening today.
Okay, so she was, the girl that they just put in the Congress that they were trying to hold out for.
Whose name equals 35, and she's installed exactly 35 weeks later.
All right, that's all I wanted to know.
Got it.
I'm good.
So
He
that's
said
why
he's been around the world. I mean, he said he's been here, but I've like literally been around the world. One thing I could tell you is that you could talk that shit, but everybody copies FBA culture. Like
okay.
niggas in
Look,
South
No, no,
America
no,
dress
no,
like.
no, no, no,
but
no, no,
but
no, no,
but
no, 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 no,
Don't
no.
block me though. Let me finish. Why I can't never land? See,
Because I'm hosting. I will let you do
You're
your
a
own.
coon, CT. You're a coon.
Okay.
Yo.
you didn't even let me land.
No, let me, sir. It's my show, bro. You just
the black
that.
you did a
I'm trying to go
why
to
it's
the part.
playing Nintendo. Are they?
I'm trying to go to the part where Sister Bethy says that she's a Native American. Did you watch that episode? Or?
I did see. I did. She was a she was Native American. She's Native and all this other stuff. And like no, like
You don't think she's Native American?
But CT, in your opinion, in your actual opinion, heart of hearts, why do a lot of black people claim to be Native American? I don't get it. I don't get it. It's strange. It's like CT. It's like they're trying to erase their blackness.
Yeah. Native American culture has been romanticized in theater, literature, movies, you name it. You know, it's been romanticized. You know, this warrior culture, you know, this dancing. And it seems very, you know, very, how can I say it, mythical. You know, like in the movie Avatar, even though these are aliens, but they're supposed to be natives. And they're supposed to be these beautiful people, these mythical people, beautiful hair, you know. And a lot of blacks have a lot of identity issues already. The hair being one of them, particularly with women. They hate their hair. That's why they changed their hair. They changed their hair to look like white women's hair. Me personally, when I was in college, I dated like most college kids. We sleep around, and I had girls ask me, "How do you like my hair?" And I say, "I don't like it. I want you to wear your natural hair." But they thought that wearing, you know, a wig or a white woman's hair would make them more beautiful. Which, you know, I mean, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder sometimes. But to me, I would prefer you to wear your natural hair. And so there's a lot of issues within the black community that are really not talked about, but you can see it on the surface, right? You can see it on the surface. And a lot of these people want to be something that they are not. Mike, everything from naming your child non-black names. And what I mean is giving your children names like and do what you want to do, right? But giving your children Russian names or oh, that's a Greek name. Well, why don't you just give your kid an African name? You know, if anything, they're more African they are than goddamn Greek. You know, why? Oh, his name is Muhammad. Hey, that's a goddamn black kid. You know, naming their kids. You can see it. It's on the surface. It's not talked about, but you can see it. You know, even in business, Dante can open up Dante's BLT sandwiches. Negroes will say, "Man, I can make my own motherfucking sandwich." But they will fight to eat at an Arab restaurant, Chinese restaurant, Italian, whatever. We don't like ourselves as a people. We don't like ourselves. So that's why Sister Bethy and so many people now are saying that they're indigenous now, because they don't really like themselves.
I'm gonna give you one of the best compliments. You are able to dissect human behavior.
Yes.
That's how you're so popular, and you figure it out. And the thing is that you know when someone's a good person, you know when someone's a bad person, and you know when to clown somebody and not to clown somebody.
Yeah.
So you figured it out. But you're right, Dante, salute. But the whole thing is that no, you know, that's why I love this channel, because you're able to arbor everything. Like you can see it before it happens. It's almost like you're like the psychic, you know, you can see it.
I started a t-shirt line when I was in my early or late 20s, early 30s. It was, you know, the hardest people to sell to are Negroes. Man, I ain't about to wear your shirt, man. my first customer was a Jewish woman. She paid me, I think 8 or 9 times what the shirt was worth. You know, just she just said, I just want to support you. So she bought 3 or 4 of them for her kids and paid me 8 times what I was selling the shirts for. I was dating a female, and her cousin, older guy, Negro, came over to my house. I mean, efficiency. Sorry, guys. Came over and said, she was like, oh, he makes shirts or whatever the fuck. And he was like, man, I ain't about to wear your shirt, man. Why would I wear another man's name on my body? This stupid idiot had on Tommy Hilfiger. I said, these some stupid people. These are some stupid people. That's when I started to realize, I said, I'm not like them. They're ignorant. He'd rather wear the white man's name on his body than to wear the black man's name. They want to be something that they're not, bro. They want to be attached to people and to things that they're not. That's why they say, oh, I'm an Indian, instead of just saying that they came from mommy Africa. Even though they have nothing to do with Africa, they say they are Indian before they say they are African. Just say you're an American and call it a day, because you're an American at the end of the day. But to say that you're an Indian, that's a big middle finger to Africa. That's a big middle finger. Yeah, you people aren't no goddamn Indians. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Talk to me. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, Mike.
I don't want to cut Dante off, but no, you're correct. I mean, you know, like you have to psychoanalyze people, and it's like it's almost like they're running from who they really are.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
What's up?
They're running
Mike
from
is a crazy person. He needs a good psychiatrist to deal with his lying. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. I don't know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
It makes perfect sense. You know, it's just like people are trying to escape from their reality. You know, and it's just like they want to try, like you said earlier, and I said this earlier this stream. They want to romanticize it. Like, in other words, the Native Americans are so, you know, their culture, but why not be African? The best warriors of all time were Zulus.
Oh, okay.
The Zulu warriors, the African Zulus.
Yeah, Shaka was a good warrior. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like literally, why wouldn't you want to be who you are? Why would you want to be something else? That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know? Dante, what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Dante? What next will the FBAs pretend to be, sir? Mountains? Go ahead.
When did the FBAs start claiming they're indigenous or Indian?
Well, here goes one right here. Sister, what's up, Pat? Thank you so much for donating, for gifting the memberships. Here goes a woman right here, Sister Bethy.
Yeah, but about what year, I'm asking.
I started hearing this crazy shit about 5 years ago after C-19, like right in that era. It's about C-19. Before that, you heard a lot of this Hotepian. You heard a lot of Negroes lying and saying that they were sovereign citizens, and they were saying all types of crazy shit. Yeah, it just never wars. Just never
wars. Yeah,
never
it just started 5 years ago. Hey, I put something in your chat. Can you pull that up? It's a little further back than 5 years ago.
Real quick, FBA Young Lion says we are more culturally, linguistically, genetically, and historically closer to white Americans and Africans. Stop attaching us to these. Jesus Christ, man. Get the likes up. Thank you so much, FBA Young Lion. These people just, Mike, I got to say this before I bring up Dante's thing. I bet the greatest thing in some of these FBA, like FBA Young Lion, is to wake up a white person. Man, that'll be the greatest thing, man.
You know, CT, the emulation.
Somebody just wrote, right? Go ahead.
But the emulation of white people captures black people, you know, and it's like the emulation. But instead of emulating white people, be a proud black person.
Yeah.
Be a proud African. Be a proud black person.
Yeah.
And you'll supersede that. But for some reason, a lot of people will emulate the white culture.
Yeah.
And they don't have to do that. They don't have to. So I don't understand why some people do that. Because CT, you don't.
No.
Dante, you don't. Like, so why do some black people, I want to, no unusual. They start doing the Carlton and shit. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, be who you truly are.
Oh.
You know? Don't sell yourself. That's all. Go ahead.
Black people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull those pictures up for me.
Okay. What are these
Go
pictures?
down a little bit.
What are these pictures? Okay. What is this, sir? Go ahead.
Look at that. Just what does that show you right there? What are you seeing?
You tell me. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I see a Masonic temple or a Masonic house.
Go up to the top. It says what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
The Iroquois. Yeah, I heard about the Iroquois. Go ahead.
Okay.
What about?
So that's native, right?
You tell me. You tell me. Sir.
Yeah, it is. So you see you see any black people in there?
I see melanated people. Yes.
Okay. What year is that?
This is 1925 or 15. I can't tell.
1925.
25. Okay.
So it started a little bit before 5 years ago.
So what are you saying, buddy?
And at this point in time, they were already mixing themselves with the Mongolians. As you can see, you got some mixed looking people in there, and you got some FBA looking people in there.
Brother, they look Asian. They look Asian.
The Mongolians. You
Yeah,
don't see
they look
black,
Asian.
You don't see any black people in there?
Go ahead, Dante.
You don't see anybody that look like Bethy right there? You don't see that woman right there on the right look like Bethy?
Get on camera, Milestone Thought. Get on camera for me, buddy. I can't do this off camera shit today. Man.
That black woman right there in the middle?
Go ahead.
Now, what happened is you see this is in front of a Masonic temple.
Yes.
Okay.
I see
it. You don't have any Masons in your family, a CT, because you're Nigerian.
You'd be absolutely incorrect, sir. Not only do I have Masons.
Yeah, I can't go into it, but I have a lot of Masons in my family. I may or may not be one myself. So no.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot.
You guys should.
Allegedly, I'm a traveling man. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Well, you guys should understand the secrets that you hold. Then. Okay. The Masonic temple, right there. What they were designed to do is to keep the history of FBAs away from FBAs. So this is one of the reasons why FBAs are always trying to find their historic history. Now, you guys are saying you should be proud Africans, but what were we doing in Africa?
Who said you should be proud Africans?
Well, Mike said that. You just said that we should be proud of.
I didn't say that. I said be an American. You didn't hear my monologue?
Okay,
I literally said be a proud American. Be proud of the fact that
what is an American then?
American is
building cities and building industry, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me show you something else.
The people who founded the country.
Cool. Let me show you something else.
1776 and on.
Okay, y'all keep going. I'm gonna show you something else.
Okay, I got you, buddy. I got you. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Hang tight for me. Milestone Thought, please come back if you can, man. Okay, so what am I looking at? Okay. I've seen. Okay. Who is this woman? But what does this mean? Okay, so they're wearing feathers on their head. What does this mean? That doesn't mean that they're Indian. I mean, it just means that they're wearing feathers on their head.
This FBA Native American thing didn't just start 5 years ago. And it's just resurfacing today because it was kept secret by organizations like the Masonic Temple and the Boule and the other organizations that are always right next to downtown, next to me.
My brother, him and his friends for about 15 years. They've been going to Comic-Cons. You know what Comic-Con is, right? They go to Star Wars, Star Trek, World of War. They're into this stuff, right? My younger brother. 100 years from now, he has children. I'm assuming his kids will have kids, and a future generation or 2 or 3, will they look back and say CT's brother was Darth Vader? Maybe that was like a Comic-Con convention there. Maybe they were just pretending to be. I mean, hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
How do we not?
Well, it says what it is on the website, but I guess they are lying. It's probably.
Well, I mean, then again, hold on. I'm not. Did the website exist 100 years ago? I mean,
mean, did
No,
that
it didn't.
exist? Well, the internet didn't exist.
Right.
All I'm saying is this: how do
AI.
we know? How do we not know that wasn't like a Comic-Con convention, like one of the first ones?
We don't know. That could have been
We're gonna dress up as Indian people, black people. How did you not know that shit?
in front of a Masonic temple, right?
Yeah, I got a Masonic temple right around the corner from me.
Right,
Oh.
and you do that all the time, right? You dress up like Darth
No,
Vader.
I don't
and
dress
take
up as
pictures and-
anything. I just dress up as.
But they did. Maybe that was the first Comic-Con. Okay.
I'm listening to you.
So that was the first Comic-Con. Okay, well, let me show you something else. While I'm pulling something up.
I got you, man. This means they might be mixed. It doesn't mean nothing. Yeah. Go ahead, buddy. I'm listening to you.
We had something at the ocean front.
You said we should be American, right?
No. Well, yeah. I was talking about be American. Yeah.
But as far as pre-America, because our American history is what? FBA's American history is doing what? What are the highlights?
I mean, living in Africa, living in the islands.
Okay.
I have no idea.
What were we doing in Africa?
I have no idea. I don't
Did
know.
we have industry? Were we building buildings or just mud huts?
I have no idea.
You don't know.
The whole thing is that I don't
Weren't you a
care.
history major?
All I care about is from 1776 and on. That's all I care about. The founding of this beautiful country.
So what have FBAs been doing since 1776?
I don't care. I'm
just asking you. I didn't ask you if you care. I'm just asking what they've been doing.
Dante, can I ask you a question? Have Africans ever built a battleship?
This is why I'm showing you. This is why I'm showing you.
Or an aircraft carrier?
Let me pull something up for you. Hold that thought. Y'all talk. I'm gonna pull something up. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Dante, you're missing the point here, buddy. You're a good guy.
I'm gonna put something in the chat. But keep talking. Nobody knows anything about FBA history. That's what you're telling me.
No, what I'm saying, sir, you showed a picture from 1925 of supposedly some Native Americans.
Well,
Sir,
you said this.
All they were doing was just wearing some goddamn feathers on their head. I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean?
You said this started in 19.
What does that mean?
You said this started 5 years ago. I'm just showing you it didn't. Okay, that's one. That's number one. Number two, what is the FBA history? You said you have absolutely no idea what we've been doing since 1776. You don't know. Okay, cool.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna pull some other stuff up, but y'all talk. I gotta put some stuff in the.
I got you, bro. I got you. Go ahead, G-Tron. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to touch bases about those pictures. 1925, 1915, 1930. That was around the time of Jim Crow segregation and segregationist laws, and the height. Actually, redlining was even worse back then. And a lot of those pictures weren't so much as to say, "Hey, these black people are Indians," or "These black people are American Indians," or "These black people are this." A lot of that was to show white people and to have documentation to white people that, hey, you don't need to have segregation. See, we can adapt and assimilate to these people. We can adapt and assimilate to those people. That's why you see pictures of black people back in those days with different cultures, Asians, Europeans of some sort, like the French. And I use Josephine Baker as a perfect example of that. She was treated better over in France than she was ever in America. Anyway, the point that I'm making is those pictures weren't to say that, hey, we are these people. Those pictures were to say, hey, we can be civil, just like we're being with these people. That's what it was. Basically, it was a way of the black liberal, the equivalent of today, saying, hey, we want to stay at Zaddy's plate or at Zaddy's table and eat off the plate of Zaddy. That's all that was back then. What triggered the black liberation movement was the Rosa Parks things, if that was true.
Where are you getting that information?
What? Hold on, let me read this. FBA Young Lion says Africans haven't built anything.
I know the human condition. I'm creating the information to share with you.
Oh,
hang tight for me,
it's
guys.
your opinion.
Let me read the super chat. FBA Young Lion says CT.
Not an opinion.
Africans haven't built anything. Name one thing, CT. The pyramids? What are you talking about? The pyramids? Great Zimbabwe? I mean, what the hell are you talking about? Do you not know about the things that Africans
created the greatest mathematical the greatest mathematical discipline in the world.
John Dudley with the $5 super
Calculus
chat.
and
Most people
trigonometry.
can't tell you.
What are you talking-
Most people can't tell you what is going on today, let alone 100,000 years ago. And FBA Young Lion says, CT, please Google and show us the Makoko, Nigeria. You got to give me a second. Go ahead, Dante. Go ahead, man.
Okay, I was asking.
Oh, he said something about my opinion. He said something that I said was my opinion.
He said he's creating.
It can be reduced to it could be reduced to being said it's an opinion, sort of like women and men are equal. That's just an opinion.
I respect.
But in all actuality, I'll say this:
historical research on this website.
But in all actuality, I'll say this: when you see this coarse nappy hair and this dark brown skin and those bell pepper noses, this is not an opinion. The continents are what created the people. You guys were up here talking about where did the people come from. Y'all had all these wrong ideologies. The people were created by the continent. The Asians' faces look the way they do because of the high windy conditions in the Himalayan mountains as they spread east from Ararat. Same thing with the black Africans getting dark, having those big nostrils and that nappy hair because there's no shade, there's no forest to keep them from being burned up from sub-Saharan conditions. Same thing with the Europeans. It's very little light, it's very cold. Your hair, you start to lose pigmentation. Your hair starts becoming blonde. Your hair starts becoming blue from needing to be able to reflect the light that you do have. And then you have thin nostrils because the air is so thin that you're breathing. The conditions that people have and the way that